is taking place. Well, Meghna, good morning to you. What can we expect today, and do we expect the East Asia Summit to have more strategic content geopolitically than the India-ASEAN Summit that we saw?
Definitely, Munmun, what we can expect of the East Asia Summit. Yesterday we saw the outcome of the ASEAN India Summit. We did see there was mention about the South China Sea and how the rule of law should be, obeyed. And obviously, we know there is a friction, in the South China Sea. But having said that, the East Asia Summit might just dwell upon more issues. We can say more geopolitical issues for that matter, maybe we can see conversations obviously around Myanmar. We can see conversations around conflict in Israel, or the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Those might just also emerge. The global issues also might emerge. But having said that, the East Asia Summit may also directly talk about climate resilience, disaster resilience, terrorism, cyber security, and more for that matter. Because when we are talking about more stakeholders in the East Asia Summit, which are not just the ASEAN countries, we obviously know that there is Japan, there is US, there is Australia. So when these countries also come together, we definitely see that ASEAN is also one of the things that is in the Quad also gives a lot of importance to. So this is something that would be discussed, and besides that, obviously trade is something, like our experts said, geoeconomics is something that will definitely be discussed on the table, and how the trade can be enhanced. We will definitely be able to see that Prime Minister Narendra Modi would also push maybe for a greater economic or greater bilateral trade with the countries of the ASEAN, and for that matter, the whole of the East Asia region. Besides that, also today, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be holding a bilateral meeting with the Prime Minister of Lao PDR. He will also call on the President of Lao PDR. Those engagements are also on the cards. He will also be holding bilateral meeting with the other Southeast Asian leaders. So that is something that is on the cards for today, besides the East Asia Summit. But as far as it looks that today, in some time from now, the summit is about to begin, it will definitely be dwelling more on geopolitical issues, as well as aspects of supply chains, aspects of the South China Sea, the situation in Myanmar, and these things for that matter.
Meghna, the focus also is also on China, and the Chinese premier is there. So, what kind of, let's say, press coverage has the Chinese received? What statements have they been making?
So we'll have to see what is the kind of statement that they would be making today first, because we'll have to see on the platform of the East Asia Summit what do they have to say. When we are already discussing the South China Sea, it will be important to see what they have to say, because as we said that there's friction in terms of the South China Sea, maybe be it Philippines, be it other countries of the Southeast Asia. So that is something that we will be looking forward to see what are the statements that they would be making in terms of how there will be rule of law maintained, or that how South China Sea will be able to abide by the UNCLOS.
Right, Meghna, we'll keep coming back to you for more updates. You're telling us that the 19th East Asia Summit is